Hello, hi, howdy, and welcome to what's going to hopefully be a daily feature from me, Cuddles, and the game case. So, what I'd like to do is walk you through each day the Garrison Pet Daily. Now, I'm not a pet battle expert by any means, at least not yet. But what I'm going to try to show you is a comp that will work and that will get it done. Discuss the abilities of the pets that you may find in the Garrison Pet Battle, and hopefully get that mark of pet mastery each and every day. So let's dive right into it. It looks like today we have Mr. Terrible, Carroteye, and where's that little guy hiding? Sloppus. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to go with my Anubiseth Idol, my Molten Corgi, and a Kelp Scuttler. What this offers me is a nice mix of humanoid, elemental, and aquatic. All of them kind of have big abilities that can do some big things. So let's see how we fare in here today. Alright, so up first, Mr. Terrible against my Anubiseth Idol. We can see Mr. Terrible has a weakening blow, does around 360 damage, can't reduce the opponent's health below 1. Those abilities are really neat for going out and capturing pets in the wild. That's honestly why my Molten Corgi's at 25. We have Spiked Skin, reduces up to 72 damage from each attack against you and deals 54 Dragonkin damage each time you take direct damage. Why a turnip is able to deal dragon damage, I don't know. And then we have Love Potion, which is going to restore 25% of the caster's health. So, without any of my abilities, I have, with my Anubiseth Idol, I have Crush, which is straight up damage, about 225 to 425. I have Sandstorm, which I love. Deals 370 flying damage, and then during a sandstorm, all pets take 74 less damage, and their accuracy is reduced by 10%. I love this ability. Gets a lot of misses from the enemy pets, so I try to always keep this up. Even if my Anubiseth Idol is about to die, this is the last thing that I try to get him to do before I die and or swap out pets. And then I have a shield. I basically leave that shield there just in case I need to throw up a shield so I can get Sandstorm up. Right before I die. So let's go ahead and see if we can't kick Mr. Terrible in the behind. Alright, we're going to go with Crush here first. And I really should have gotten Sandstorm up first. But we're going to ignore the fact, hey, this is my first video. Alright, so you can see Mr. Terrible's already down to 377 health. My Anubiseth Idol heals every round for 69. So, there you go. Mr. Terrible's down. Anubiseth Idol down 1,000 health, but still at 705, doing pretty good. Next up, we have Carroteye. We got an ability for about 300 damage. It's going to hit an extra time if I have faster speed than him. Good thing I do not. He has Aged Yolk, which has a 2-round cooldown. It's going to remove all buffs and debuffs. And Quicksand, 4-round cooldown. It's going to hit for 444 and slows my pet. Not worried about the slow. I'm already slower than he is. And now 444 elemental damage, that's pretty big. I'm at 700, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. Still 3 rounds from being able to get Sandstorm back up. There he went with the Quicksand. Only dealt about 300 damage, so we're doing alright. We're still at 400. I should be able to get at least one more attack in here. Now, I'm at 473, he's at 770, and I have one more round before Sandstorm comes off cooldown. So I'm going to throw out my shield. I'm going to let him miss me this round. You know, he's going to be able to get in a hit here, which is going to be important. But he shouldn't have anything that can kill me. There you go. Got me down to 29 health. I get to throw out Sandstorm. Now we're going to go ahead and attempt to get off one more hit. It's not going to work. In fact, you know what? We're not. We're going to swap. He has his big ability on cooldown. So I'm going to bring out the Kelp Scuttler, which as you can see has a couple abilities that are up on him. I run on my Kelp Scuttler. I run Rip, which does a little bit of damage, but puts bleed on the target, which is important for Blood in the Water. With the boost in damage, this is going to deal 972 damage. And it always hits if the target is bleeding. So, Rip, then Blood in the Water. That's basically my Kelp Scuttler. That's what I do with him. So, let's go ahead and do that right now. He already got rid of his debuff. I don't really know why. I didn't have anything on him. But that's the beauty of AI. So, let's throw out Rip. Now, as you can see, there's that bleeding debuff. Now, it is going to do 81 beast damage every round. Not worried about that because I'm going to follow it up with Blood in the Water. Boom. He's gone. Absolutely love that. So now we have Sloppus. Let's see what he's got. You can see he is at a disadvantage against aquatic pets. So he's going to deal 97 damage with this ability. This is a big one, okay? Chew. 1 round cooldown. He chews on grass for 1 round, and then in the next round he does 370 critter damage in addition to whatever he chooses to do. He can also do this from the back row. Now, this doesn't matter because the other 2 are already dead, but you could conceivably do this ability, then swap him out and use another pet. And then Stench. It reduces the enemy team's hit chance by 25%. Not really worried about that. I have my Molten Corgi at full health and my Kelp Scuttler. You can see he's sitting about half health, so we should be good here. I'm going to go ahead and throw out Rip. Now that puts that bleeding debuff on him. He has nothing to get rid of it. As you can see, I get 2 rounds till Blood in the Water. So, I'm going to throw out my Spiny Carapace, which is going to deal 53 damage every time he attacks me. Not that big of a deal. I'm basically just trying to stay alive for Blood on the Water, which will take away about 1/3 of his health. And I'll bring in my Molten Corgi. Yeah, he's hitting me hard. So let's see. I have 102 left. He's got speed on me. He's probably going to put me down before I can do this. Nope. There we go. Get that big hit off. Let's see if I can't throw bleed on him one more again. See what happens. Alright. So I'm going to go down. But I have him down at 730 health. So, bring in my Molten Corgi here. And right off the bat, Super Bark. This is his big damage. And this ability is the reason that I have him in my pet lineup nearly all the time, unless I'm really trying to do a customized lineup to kill something special. As you can see, it does a big amount of beast damage, and it cannot reduce the opponent's health below 1. Very important if you're trying to capture pets in the wild. So, I don't really care what Sloppus can do next. If he can hit me, if he can, it doesn't really matter. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw up Puppies of the Flame. There's an 8-round cooldown, but it makes me untouchable, and I throw out, I believe, about 140 elemental damage every round. So as you can see, he's at 149. I should hit this next button, and then fight will be over. Let's see what's going on. He misses. I love the little molten corgi barks. There we go. Pet Battle 1. And that is how you do the Mr. Terrible, Carroteye, and Sloppus Garrison Pet Battle Daily. Hopefully this has been helpful. Once again, my lineup was a Nubiseth Idol, Molten Corgi, Kelp, Scuttler. Doesn't mean that that's the best one. That just means that's the comp I was able to use to get them down today. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Look out for more videos about Garrison Pet Battle Dailies. And check out thegamecase.com for my podcast, blog, and videocasts. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you like this, make sure to give us a like, hit subscribe, leave us a comment in the video. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching.